Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, and today is day 13. Is it 13, 12 or 13 of our challenge? And it is an incredibly windy day. It's like the absolute direct opposite to how it was yesterday. Yesterday was the most beautiful, sunny, calm day, and the farmers were out in the fields cutting silage, and it was lovely. I'll see if I can insert. I had like a little video clip that I took, so I'll see if I can insert that here. But yeah, today is basically the direct opposite of that, and really, really windy and really cold and really grey. And that is just the nature of the Irish weather, isn't it? You never know what you're going to get. Anyway, working away on the blanket. I think I said last night that I was hoping to get a bit of a push on with the blanket. So I am hoping to be able to get a little bit more done today than I have either yesterday or the previous day. But of course it all depends on how much time I have left, basically, after I do everything else. But yes, working on this blanket, and this is the bend where it crosses over the top of the branch. So my plan today is to try and get 3 hours of this blanket finished or stitched. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I'm certainly going to give it a try, because like I said last night, I really do feel as though we're kind of I'm kind of falling behind a little bit on the blanket, and then I've kind of slowed down. And yeah, there's a lot of stitches in this blanket, although I'm really enjoying it, because as you can see, they're kind of lines. It's these kind of quite clearly defined sections to create the effect of the blanket, and it's actually going surprisingly quick. It's just if I had a little bit more time, I would make a lot more progress. So I hope you're all having a lovely day whenever you're watching this, and I will speak to you later. Good evening, everyone. It is just coming up to 9 o'clock on Wednesday evening, and I've just finished about an hour and a half worth of stitching, and it doesn't seem to have made a huge difference. But I guess progress is progress. The thread I'm currently using is technically 2 threads, and I keep turning it over to make sure I've got no knots, because it's a blend, and I find that because it's one strand of each thread, and I cut my threads about 1 meter long. That's a pretty long thread to work with. So there is a tendency for these long threads to knot and to tangle at the back of the work. But yes, you can see, perhaps you can see where we are. We are working on, sorry now, just when I pull that thread through. We're working on this part here. So, it's upside down. Sorry. Where the thread, where the blanket or the piece of cloth comes across the branch, it's kind of twisted around the branch or the bough of the tree, and it's starting to drape down. So that's this part here, except obviously the tree will go here. When did we start this blanket? Yesterday, was it? So this tiny little bit has taken 2 days. Ideally, I would like to have this part done this evening. It is 9 o'clock, and I do need to go to bed at some point, but it may be possible to at least make a start on that piece. And then all of this, I would imagine that's going to take a few days. Let's have a look at our calendar, shall we? Haven't had a look at that in a while. Oh, sorry for the shaking. It's stuck under something. Wait, hold on. What month? May. Here we go. So we are on the 13th. And I had the blanket finished for Friday, that I wanted to have it finished by Friday. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. And then start the tree on Saturday. On Sunday, I'm not going to even be here on Sunday, I don't think, for most of the day. And then start the skin. Now, I have got the skin down for 4 days and the hair down for 3 days. I don't think the hair is going to take 3 days. I don't think the skin's going to take 4 days. Although I am considering perhaps doing the skin 1/1, which would slow it down. So let's see. Perhaps if we said that we let the blanket span the whole week and then do the tree, the skin and the hair next week. It's quite a lot, isn't it? I just don't think it's gonna, I mean, today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't think that's possible. Do you? Like, if we look at it and if we bear in mind, if we bear in mind that the dress took 9 days, I think the blanket is probably going to take 5 or 6 at least. Oh my goodness. Well, look, all I can do is my best, but I don't think that blanket is going to be finished by Friday. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, what can we do? Anyway, this is where we are for the minute. I am going to just do some cleaning up in the kitchen, and then honest to God, I'm going to go to bed. I'm so tired. I'm going to go to bed, and I might get some stitching done in bed. And I do like stitching in bed. I find it very, very comfortable. With a nice cup of like nighttime tea. But anyway, that's where we are, and I will see you perhaps later. Good evening, everyone. It is quite a lot later. In fact, it's just gone midnight, and I am just finishing up a few stitches before I head to bed. So as you can see, I am working on the sash that is, I can't see where my stitch is. There we go. That is going down to, it swishes around to meet the dress. So that's the part that we're working on here. It's actually really enjoyable because, like I said, you're kind of working in these stripes, and that's quite a lot of fun. And again, it's just so nice to be working in colours that are not green or yellow. So this is where I'm finishing day 13. Oh gosh, is it day 13? And then, like I said, hoping the original plan was to have the blanket or the sash, I suppose, finished by Friday. Fairly certain that's not going to happen, but I do think, like what we were saying earlier, if I can get this finished by Sunday, then I can probably catch up on the tree, the branches, the skin and the hair next week. Although when I say it, it does sound quite a lot, doesn't it? But anyway, I've had good progress today. I've done definitely more stitching than I did yesterday or the previous day. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy where we're ending on day 13. And of course, I will see you tomorrow.